Corporate life actually starts from 8 a.m. in the morning and it tends not to end for the day. I mean, it keeps on, keeps on. So, there are a lot of successful people who have been actually working very hard to achieve that corporate success, to get into the ladder of success. But at the end of the day, are you also doing justice to your family life, to your own life? I'm sure you're not. Because if 14-16 hours you are working in office, what is left with your family life? What is left with your own life? Where is the me time? Where is the me time? So I think we actually need to draw a line and to keep a balance between a corporate life and a family life, and most important is the me time. Generally, we spend our maximum hours in office. So office actually becomes our first home, and second home or third home is our own life, the life apart from office. But friends, if I tell you, if you are not being able to give a balance or not draw a line between your work and your family life and your other lives, you are in trouble. Trust me. You will be successful in your career, but at the end of the day, you will be all alone. But being alone is also important, because that being alone also means the me time. But that me time is also required in your life, and family time is the most important. If you don't give time to your family, one day you'll find your family will also have no time for you. So generally, drawing a line, maintaining a balance in this daily life, in our daily struggle, in our war against our own ego to do real good in life, it will keep on happening. It is never going to stop. See, there is pressure. There is pressure of performance. There is pressure of meeting the targets. There will be con calls. There will be, even your boss has a lot of expectations from you, from your team. But at the end of the day, if you maintain a peaceful atmosphere, kind of, pressure is something which will never end in your life, in your corporate life, neither in your personal life. So how you segregate that pressure, how you make that pressure to enjoyment is what is very important. Corporate harassment or the insult what you're talking about is something happens when your senior management is looking for huge pressure, meeting targets which are quite impossible. But at that point of time, if you want to get the best out of it, treat your team, treat your peers, treat your colleagues in such a way so that they perform happily. If your mind and the body is in a very happy space, you can achieve anything. Pressure doesn't help anything to achieve. Pressure only creates mental trauma. Pressure only creates harassment. Pressure is not required. See, if somebody is putting your pressure on you on meeting the targets, I believe that's not the right way. Because, at the end of the day, you also have to understand the person who is putting pressure on you, he must be also in huge pressure. So the entire fraternity is working like this. So I also being in this corporate field and corporate world for a long time. So my understanding or my logic or my take on it is, let's change this way. This way is not correct. This will actually bring a lot of attrition. It will bring a lot of trauma. It will actually kill your family life. This is not required. Somebody is coming to work to earn their money so that they run their family. But if they are not in a mental position to run their family in good spirit of mind and body, how will they? So let's change this way of putting pressure. Let's not put pressure. If pressure is put, it's just not put, it's been downloaded. So the download mechanism has to change. Every corporate has their way of working. I cannot comment any of the corporates' way of working, but this entire fraternity should change their way to meet the targets. You have to meet the targets, or else the company doesn't grow. But if a company wants to grow, the mood has to change in coming days. People are changing. The trend is changing. It's becoming technology oriented. Now maybe you can see all the con calls in video mode, but prior to this there was no video mode. It used to be a closed room conference where nobody knew what used to happen. Now people are knowing what they're seeing. Now they're believing this is what happens in corporate world. But 10 years back, 15 years back, nobody was aware what was happening. It was more pressure than this. But these days people are coming through social media. People are coming to know what's happening inside the door, because it's coming through video chats, right? So it was there, but it is what he's doing. It's actually harming your life, it's harming your mind. So this should be stopped. And a new way, a new reform is, give the employee that space to perform. Everybody has the potential to perform if it is being, nurtured properly. So nurture that resource properly instead of putting pressure on that resource to get the best out of him or her. So, recently we have seen a video which has gone viral, where a very famous private bank has one of the employees of very famous private bank has done that. But we are actually seeing that small version, but everything may not be true, because that person who has spoken about like that, maybe he was also under tremendous pressure. So it's not about that, his particular level or the level below him. I'll again like to say, if somebody is not under tremendous pressure, he will not download the same pressure with his team members. Maybe the representation was not correct, but that's what I want to say and want to spread. Targets can be met in a different way. That's not the only way of hitting targets, by threatening somebody or putting pressure in an unusual way, because everybody has that particular G spot, if you ask me, where the person's passion gets ignited to perform. So let's find out the G spot of that person, so that that person starts performing instead of treating in that manner. And every human being has immense potential. It's just how you nurture it. It's not how you put pressure on him to get the best out of him. Not correct for everybody. Maybe for 1%, 2%, 10%, right? But nobody in the world can be unsuccessful if that person is not thinking about himself as failure. If you think about yourself as failure, you are. But if you think you can make success your cup of tea, you can. It's just about the mindset. In other videos also I've kept on telling you, it's all about the mindset which needs to change. So nobody needs a pressure, nobody needs a push. Maybe a small inspiration or motivation is required, but that push should come from inside. There's a G spot. Find your G spot, find your passion. I'll keep on saying that. So once you find your passion, your G spot, you will be successful, trust me. No pressure can change your life. It can only put pressure on others' life. Let's change the corporate trend, what I believe. Let's handle your team members, let's handle the entire management in a different way. People can change. So why not the corporate trend changes? Why? Let's make less of con calls, give them space to work, think about ideas and execution of those ideas instead of putting pressure on that person to get the best out of him. So I'd like to spread this message to all the corporates. Let's change the corporate trend and make a happier place while you're in office, which is actually your first family, your first home. To get more such videos, kindly subscribe to my channel, Young Monk Official, and you will get a lot of gyan, knowledge and happy moments.